The target is primary. The trajectory would be secondary. The trajectory is related in great part to the pace that you put on your trajectory on your target. The trajectory is related to more or less an increase in pace. The target has to be in focus before you start to upgrade pace and become overly concerned with trajectory. First, control of the target, then control of trajectory.
Not much rhythm so far to this final set. A little bit scrappy.
So targeting. Once targeting is a major stable gain, then trajectory can become a greater part of the focus.
Terrific forehand. The length and the quality of it just caught Navarro by surprise.
Hit the target. Hit the target. Hit the target. My target right now is basically that center board. I think I'm getting ready to hit the crack. Almost. Center board. Center board. Center board. Center board. Sometimes I concentrate on bringing it higher toward the top edge to intensify the need for control. And here is a different sort of preparation. That's the figure eight, as I call it. And drop figure eight, drop in figure eight, figure eight. The figure eight seems to me to allow for more use of the wrist. Wrist is the last element in popping the whip. The whole whip starts from your toes to your fingertips. And your wrist is essential to popping that whip.
And Navarro leads the way. On serve, final set.
Yeah, that's a great whip control. Sometimes it gets so precise that I'm very conscious of what my little finger is doing to help control or increase the leverage. Middle finger, forefinger, ring finger. They're all a part of your control. They need to be part of your desire to have control of each and every stroke. This looks like the sort of a figure 8. Looks like what I call a 7. Which essentially is less topspin than a figure 8. The figure 8, I'm usually doing a front facing when I contact the bar. That's pretty close to front facing there. On a 7, I generally stay sideways and possibly supinate rather than pronate the wrist. I'm loving my left hand more and more. At this point, I have to do some left-handed strokes because they give me a greater clarity. This is striking me as a very good concentration exercise because you have to follow the ball all the way into the racket and the swift movement of the racket rearward negates the forward force of the ball coming at you. And it takes all your concentration, especially in the beginnings, I suppose. I really appreciate this exercise.
In those situations, and she almost turned that point around. Just had enough.
A little bit of a service drill. The point being, my focus was to get the arm straight at the point of contact. And I find it important to watch the ball hit the racket. Although, from what I've seen, most people don't, be they pros or amateurs. I think not even Roger Federer really focused from the point, at the point when his service motion came in contact with the ball. And he's the most obviously watching the ball on his ground strokes, though. So this is a serve and a return sort of drill. Serve, return. I'm not exactly satisfied with the preparation. That was a good one, though. That was the figure 8. Thing is, the figure 8 doesn't take any longer than just a straight back stroke. But a straight back stroke is, seems to me a little more difficult on your whole frame. Particularly, I think, on your wrist. Oh, that was nice. That's nice. That's concentrating on hitting the ball out in front. I want to be as consistent as my close-up shots when I'm hitting from deeper in the court. That's a pure pendulum stroke there. Your pendulum. It seems mostly a pendulum type stroke. Oh, there's a little figure 8 in there. Drop, drop, and pop. Ooh, big figure 8. Drop. Good figure 8. Minimized. Big figure 8. Figure 8 changes planes dramatically. It seems if you're not going through 3 or 4 planes, your wrist is going to take a licking. Your wrist is going to be under strain. Because at the point your racket's going back, it's looking for that exact time when it's going to go forward. That time when it's back is almost like a rest.
That was number 7 for the match.
Love that left. Getting spicy. Bam. You see more of a 7 than an 8, but that's a very conscious 7.
Key moments you suspect here. 2-3 30 all. Double fault already in this service game.
The pros are playing on the grass now.
Frustrated about that.
I'm still on the concrete.
That point,
I don't have a grass court.
on the other side of the net in this set. That closes the gap to 10-6 in favour of the Brazilian.
See, shooting for higher ground now. Bring it up, and up, and up, and up. That's pretty much hitting the target. It's sort of a controlled trajectory too. Trajectory controlled. I bring it back down. This is when somebody starts to attract the net. And you want to keep the ball low so they'll have to go low to get it back over the net. That's great wrist work. Stroke like a throw. Stroke like you're throwing it. Throw the racket at the ball, basically. I'm tripping right now. Plus I'm sleepy. Really sleepy.